to the You Can Do Both podcast. I'm Drunk Court.
This is Drunk Ash.
Back at it again. Hee.
This is the first time we've
Drunk recorded.
ever. We've had a drink, but it was our first drink.
Yeah.
But tonight we're coming back from a delicious dinner that we had shrimp cocktail at.
Let's get into this real quick. Let's get into this Austin experience.
Oh, are we going to do Austin first?
Oh, we're doing Austin.
Oh, okay.
This is just natural.
It is. It's a natural progression.
Guys.
So where do we start?
So we started actually last episode. This is quite comical. Just hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Me and Ashley planned this business trip, and by plan this business trip, I mean we. First off, I'm slurring my words, so there's that. Second off, we go on vacation together. We classify it as a business trip because we're like, this trip will be great for the content.
We're going to record so many episodes.
We're going to get such great POV videos for TikTok.
We're supposed to be recording so many different content visions that I think I was supposed to come up with, and I just simply did not.
Bada bing, bada boom. Last night of Ashley being here, we're like, oh fuck,
we
didn't
only
do
recorded
anything.
one episode.
We recorded a really great episode, TBH.
Yeah, which you guys should have already listened to, I think.
By this point, you should have,
yeah.
But we're improvising here because the last episode that we recorded yesterday, we started talking about Austin and our experience with it thus far, and we decided, you know what, rather than having 2 episodes, let's just make 3. Let's record 2 topics and take the piece from the Austin experience, talking about that from the previous episode. Let's combine it into another episode of just us talking about our Austin experience, which I think will be lovely.
Yeah, I think you guys will really enjoy this one.
Yeah. Maybe.
No, definitely. Also, should we insert first episode content here?
Here.
Bada bing, bada boom. For those that don't know what ranch water is, do you want to give them an intro?
Ranch water is essentially a hard seltzer that's tequila. So it's low cal. It's a carbonated tequila canned beverage.
It's so good, and it's a Texas thing.
Yeah. I guess it's really popular for you to go to a bar and be like, can you make me a ranch water, as opposed to a canned one? But we're drinking a spicy one right now. Fire.
I'm looking forward to ordering these at a bar tonight.
Yeah, well, we've been in Austin for a few days now, and we still have yet to do that.
And you've been here for a few weeks.
I have been here for a few weeks. We have
Court's
a lot to
basically
catch
a
up
local.
on.
Yeah, we have a lot to catch up on. But Court was like, oh, I know exactly where we're going to go. We can park here. This is the walkway. Oh, we want to go to some shopping. We're going to walk this way. It's so nice. We have a tour guide.
I know. It really does feel like, you know what? It doesn't really feel like home.
Well, while you've been here for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, 2.5.
You've lived in 3 different places. Fill us in. How has it been here?
It's been good. I started out with an Airbnb to myself. Honestly,
Stunning.
iconic.
It is iconic.
And that's a word I'm going to continue to use because it pisses people off because I say it too much.
Oh, I heard that. I say, I love that for you too much.
I think
that was my word.
You and I both have the same words that we use and phrases too much because.
And they wear off on each other.
Exactly. It's pretty messed up.
I love that for us.
I also love that for us. And I also hate us as we say that. But yeah, no, I started at an Airbnb. 10 out of 10 experience. Recommend it for anyone and everyone. Solo traveling is just a little eye-opening. You do it for the heart, soul, mind. But yeah, I stayed in a high rise, so I had some amenities as if I were staying in a hotel. I had a 1 bed, 1 bath, rooftop vibes.
The rooftop was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was right downtown, so it was pretty walkable, and it was just the alone time I needed to then live on people's couches and in Airbnbs and hotels for the next few weeks of my life, you know?
Of course.
And I honored my inner child by going to the Justin Bieber concert by myself.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Fill us in on that.
Yeah, it was magical. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just something that I needed to do for myself. And I hadn't seen him, honestly, since he was maybe like 17. Like, I don't know. Like, I was not of legal drinking age. I was trying to think, like, when was the last time? Because his concerts are always expensive, and then COVID happened. And for whatever reason, I feel like I was such a young girl when I last heard him or saw him in live. I saw Hailey Bieber only for a hot second, but like, there's just, it's kind of cool just knowing you're in like the same room as them.
Fangirl moment.
Also, just how crazy is it to be Hailey Bieber, knowing that thousands upon thousands of people within the room that she's even in, like, would literally die for her husband.
That truly just must be the best feeling in the entire world. Like,
yeah,
that's
like,
mine.
Like,
he's
yeah,
mine.
Totally. Like, she gets to go home with him. Like, that's crazy.
Amazing.
And yeah.
Haley's been a topic in the past like 48 hours.
Not gonna lie,
she's obsessed.
She's always on my mind. She's my style, fashion inspo.
Court and I were talking this morning. She goes, yeah, so before bed I went through every single one of Hailey Bieber's TikToks.
Guys, I literally watched every TikTok she's ever posted before I went to bed last night. There's not that many in my defense. But yeah, so that was really great. I had my solo piece of travel here. Then I stayed with a coworker for like another week until you arrived. Then we moved into this Airbnb together with Maddie Daddy. He's saying, please don't say that. But yeah, so I've had a decent amount of time here. And if y'all have listened before, this is like my third or fourth time in Austin within 2022. I've been here more than I've been to Florida.
Have you ever been before? Or
no,
this year was the first
time. And I love it. I really think there's a lot of culture here. There's a lot of amazing restaurants. Like, that's honestly what excites me most is just like the cuisine and like food trucks and just being outside and whatever. But now that I'm here, I don't know if I could ever see myself here simply because the heat. Like, I thought Florida was bad. It is forking hot here.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Yeah. Ashley and I and Matt, we don't know like who's third wheeling who. Like honestly, low-key, this is like Matt's vacation that we just kind of hopped on.
Yep.
But yeah. I'm just gonna leave it there. Anyway, this is sounding really bad. We call him Maddie Daddy. We're
intruding on his vacation.
I think we're just like digging a hole. So
yeah, we're gonna end it there.
We're gonna end it there.
Let's get back to Austin though. So Austin has just been such a hot city. I was so excited to come here. I've heard amazing things. Everybody seems to be leaving LA and other cities around the country and coming here. So I was so hyped to experience it, and I'm still in the middle of experiencing it. But my first day, Court was working, so I just dropped my bags off at where she was. And I Ubered to lunch. I took myself to lunch at this place called ABBA. ABBA, ABA. It was so good. It was kind of cool. I haven't really taken myself on a date, especially in a new city. So like that was cool. I kind of did feel awkward, but it was fun. And then I walked around. The area is cool. And then they have scooters here. Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed with scooters, and I will be buying an electric scooter for sure. But all I did was I got a bird, and I just scootered all around downtown, but it was empty. So in my mind, I was like, everyone's moving here. It's always beautiful and sunny outside. Where are all the people? Given it was a Wednesday at 2:00.
Yeah.
But still, that was like my first introduction to Austin. The second introduction is that it's way too forking hot, as Court said. Like, I cannot handle the heat. I am a max of 80 degrees, and tomorrow's supposed to be 100 degrees and sunny.
Yeah, and today we were walking and we were all sweating, and we were like, let's guess what temp it is. And I was like, I bet it's 82. And Ash was like, there's no way. If tomorrow's 100 degrees, this better not be 82. It was 82.
It was right on. Yeah, but it's so beautiful. There's like a river that goes right through the city, which is so cool. And there's just people out there paddleboarding on the water.
Tomorrow we're going paddleboarding. So that's like such an Austinite experience, whether you're a tourist or a local. Like, that's just something that everyone loves to do on the weekends. So I'm excited for you guys to experience that because that's my favorite thing. But other than that, like, We went out to dinner last night.
Delicious dinner.
So good. We went to Perry's Steakhouse. Is that a chain, Matt? It is a chain? Okay, so I guess it's not. And it's honestly one of the better steakhouse chains that I've been to.
Yeah. No, that was so good. The vibes were cool. Some girl was up on a ladder getting wine.
Oh, yeah.
It was like moody and dark. Our waiter was cool.
Robert.
Yeah, no, he was good. You guys had that dreamy looking dessert as well.
Bananas Foster or some shit.
Yeah. And what were the potatoes called again? Au gratin. Yeah.
Well, we have much more to look forward to. I feel like we're not even halfway. We like are halfway, but we are doing so much more from here this point on.
Yeah.
So we'll have a lot to share after the fact. But tonight our plan is to go to SoHo House,
which I'm so excited for. Courtney just casually gets invited to SoHo House in like all the different cities, and it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, like if we wanted to, we could just, these people I know are playing there, and like we could go. And I'm like, what? SoHo House? I feel like that's so elite. I only see celebrities and reality TV stars and things like that go.
Yeah. Well, I only know it through work, and still that's why I get invited, because I just like meet people that are members there. But I'm specifically excited for tonight because we're going to know the people that are hosting like a concert there essentially. There are these two identical twin brothers. Check them out on Instagram. It's the Bros Fresh. They're the most iconic.
No, they are iconic.
Yeah, they're literally, you just have to see them for yourself. I think their genre of music is similar to like Leon Bridges, but they're just these two men that show up in cowboy hats.
Their fashion,
they're dressed to freaking T.
Also, whoever is their photographer or videographer is so talented.
They have a whole team. They just moved from Louisiana to Austin, and I met them the last time I was here, and I had a little informal business meeting with them last week, and they were like, we're performing at SoHo. You and your friends, if you want to come, just let me know. We're performing Friday night, and it should be dope. And I'm like, there is nowhere else I'd rather be, to be honest with you.
Nowhere else.
So we're doing that. Tomorrow we're going on the lake, or the river, not the lake. It's not a lake, I think.
I feel like everyone calls it a lake, though.
Well, there's a Lake Travis, which is not where we're going. We're going to Lady Bird Lake. That's what it's called, but I guess it's a river.
Right.
I think it's like a part of the Colorado River or some shit.
Okay, cool.
I could be entirely wrong, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
We went on a walk today.
Yep, all along the river lake.
Yep. And then we went to South Congress, which is an area where there's shops and a lot of nice restaurants and whatever. And then we're also going to hit Rainy probably tonight before SoHo House. Tomorrow, we are not experiencing a Saturday without Terry Black's barbecue.
Oh my God, yeah. I forgot about the barbecue.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
We need to get barbecue food. And then I made a late reservation for tomorrow night for like a cute little date spot for us three to go on. So we'll see how that pans out. But this is exciting. Oh, and we're going to go line dancing.
We have to go line dancing. Tomorrow. When are we fitting? Yeah, after
tomorrow.
Barbecue?
Yeah.
We'll definitely be in the mood to dance after that.
Yeah, maybe we could literally go just smack in the middle of the day. I think that'd be funny. I bet you there's going to be like elderly people there that are just like dancing, and they'll just hop in.
Yeah.
Ooh, this Airbnb though. Let's talk about the Airbnb.
Oh, guys, this is the most beautiful Airbnb I've 100% ever stayed in.
Dare I say it's iconic?
It is iconic though.
Okay.
It really is.
Literally could have shut the fuck up.
No, so fun fact about me is I'm not the planner friend. Believe it or not. I plan every other detail of my life, but when I go on vacation with friends, I am not the one to, I'm the Venmo me, anything where it's just Venmo me and I'll figure it out. Yeah. Exactly. So when I showed up, and I was so beyond pleasantly surprised to see this beautiful Airbnb. We have like this sick gate that acts as a garage door opener. Or as a garage door, yeah, you guys know what I mean. But basically you have to like enter the code, and then the gate just opens automatically and you drive in. There's a pool out front.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, but
I feel like that's a style of living.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a very California style Airbnb.
Definitely.
We all have our own rooms, which is also so nice because no adult sleepovers.
You don't want to play footsies with me?
No, I do not.
Fine, I won't be offended.
And they just have really big windows, and it's so light here.
Huge windows, a lot of natural light, boho, chic vibes, really cool art on the walls, and it came with cowboy hats.
What more could you ask for?
It's very Austin of them.
And we're back.
Back at it again. Episode 14. Here we are.
All right, so where did we leave off exactly? That was the second night we were here.
My guess is that we left off on going to Soho for
we were
concert.
talking about like our plans.
Yes.
Yeah. So a series of unfortunate events begins. So where do we start? Let's start at the beginning of that freaking day.
Okay, you go. Because I didn't find it that unfortunate until we all pieced it together.
Right. So I think it's more me being negative for like a very slim like I'm really not a negative gal.
No, you're being a pessimist for the bit.
Mostly because of the heat. The heat is what gets me. So Courtney has her first day off, right? It's Friday. And she's like, all right, I'm going to take the day off. Like we like feel like we had to do something.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course. Nice out.
Given like it's totally fine if court works. Like Matt and I the day before, Maddie Daddy had we had an amazing day. We went to these thrift stores. I got an iconic top, which you guys will see on Instagram. It is an art piece in itself. Like we had a great day, but now that Courtney's not working, we can, thrive as a whole. Thrive as a So we wake up and we recorded the episode that morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we record and we're like, all right, it's time to go. Where are we going to go? We're going to go on a walk because Austin's known for their outdoor space. Like,
yes.
They can do both. Mm-hmm. They have a city aspect as well as a nature aspect. So we're like, all right, let's go to this cool walk. Court's been there before. We're so excited. So to even backtrack to the...
Yeah, we should backtrack.
Okay, so we get coffee.
We wake up in the morning. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I woke up, I wasn't feeling sick. I was feeling rough. I was feeling congested.
That's because we had rosé that the Airbnb provided us.
Very nice.
Which was really nice of them, but like
very
rosé's
elite.
just not our thing and very sweet.
So we drank a bottle of rosé before bed the night before. Unwell. Anyway.
But like so excited, first
it was a
first
great
day
night.
of vacay. We honestly had great convo.
Yep.
We'll get into that later.
Mm-hmm.
But naturally we wake up with a headache.
Duh.
I had a headache while I was drinking it. Not good for anybody. So we wake up, we get coffee. We go to a different coffee place and it just didn't hit. No. They're vegan. No offense to any vegan. I support you vegans, but if you're going to have vegan options, you need to also like support the original.
Not, probably not.
No, like if you're going to have an egg, okay, so Austin is known for breakfast tacos, right?
Yes.
When you think of a breakfast taco, what do you think of? Eggs. No, a vegan place doesn't have eggs.
It had soy rizo.
It has fake eggs. That doesn't sound appetizing to anyone.
And soy rizo, Ashley, you're missing the picture here. Chorizo, but soy.
Not eggs. Not meat, not eggs, not anything, but soy. And I'm pretty sure soy is not good for you. But like...
Debatable. We'll get there another day.
Yeah, we'll get there another day when we have someone expert on the topic, but we are not it. Regardless, coffee was fine. Eggs were not it. And that was how we started our day.
We started our days with headaches and tummy aches after breakfast.
Yeah, but that was like all our fault.
And this entire day is our fault.
Yeah, prefacing that. So then where do we go?
We decide to go on a walk naturally.
But naturally, the eggs don't really fill me up. So we stop to get waters and I'm like, all right, I'm fucking starving. And the only thing that seems appetizing to me is a pasta salad.
Guys, we're in a bodega. This woman could have gotten a protein bar, could have gotten an actual breakfast taco, a bagel, a yogurt, quite literally anything, a beer if she wanted to. She decided to go with the pasta salad with feta cheese and
I love feta.
olives and tomatoes. As amazing as that sounds, it was also, I think, a pint.
No, it was like low-key really big.
It was forking huge.
Yeah, but honestly, that was the only thing that was appetizing to me. So, you know what? I was like, yes, we're going to get this. This is what I need. It's cold. It's already so hot, and it's what? 11 a.m.?
Yeah, it's like 90 degrees at this point.
Yeah, it's so hot. So I'm like, I need something cold. Let me get some pasta salad. Not the choice because we were going on a walk in the heat along the river. So beautiful, right? So then we get on our walk. The walk is beautiful. You can like kind of see the river through the trees. It's cute. It's nature. It's Austin. It's everything you would expect. But there's bugs, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't think, have either of you gotten bug bites yet, or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
Cool. So like the bugs love me. So sweet of them. But I was getting bit up the wazoo, and we're walking, and I'm hot. I think neither of you are complaining about the heat, but I'm complaining about the heat. I hate myself for this because I really try not to be this person, but I was that person.
No, you weren't. It was just, I don't know why. This was just like a funny moment. Like, we are not the types to like complain on vacay.
No, that's not my vibe.
No.
But
like,
I was.
But I think all of us just kind of like woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And we were just like not okay. We're just like, let's fucking complain about every little thing that happens to us.
I think that was where we started.
And I think like one of us started us off wrong, and then we just played into it, and they were just like, fuck it, this day sucks.
Yeah, it was one after another. So we go on this walk, and it's just so hot. I'm dripping sweat.
We're all literally dripping.
Honestly, the walk was really pretty though.
Yes. No, I loved every second of it. And I would have
Did
preferred
you?
the heat over whatever weather is in Boston right now.
Facts.
But
Facts.
it was just like another element to the whole scenario.
Wait, actually, you know what made it worse, I think, is that Joe was like, this is such a beautiful day in Boston. It's like the first like really nice like 70-something degree day. I'm going golfing. It's so beautiful out. You know it's not humid there. You know they're not sweating because it's 90 degrees. Then I'm out here like hiking through the woods. So that maybe it was probably me. I was probably the problem.
It's okay. It definitely wasn't
We're
me,
like, okay,
but
let's go into some AC, right? So we're like, let's go to some stores. Courtney, we're going to go to South Congress Street, which is is it called South Congress Street?
South Congress.
Okay, South Congress.
SoHo if you're a local.
Yeah, so really nice area, bunch of great shops. So we're like, perfect, let's go there. How long was the walk? It felt like 7 hours, but
It felt like 7 miles. It was unfortunately like maybe like 0.5 miles longer than we needed to walk originally.
Yeah. So the problem was we were going from like a beautiful nature scene to walking on the side of everything but a highway.
Yeah, no, pretty much highways passing by.
Highway, but like not a highway. Like, you know that next level of highway?
It's
the in-between. Not pretty.
Where it's like where all the homeless people hang out, you know? So
That's what
that was our
on.
trek to get to SoHo. We get to SoHo. Thank God for the air-conditioned shops.
Yeah, amazing. Honestly, really cute shops.
Yes, we loved it. Long story short, it was a great experience, but just the sweat added like another level of like maybe we shouldn't be out here.
Right.
And then we finally decide to go out to eat, and we're just like hangry and sweaty. You hear that? And the hangry. It was, I don't know what the fork that was, but
so we're like so hungry. We're like, all right, everyone's hungry except for Matt. So Courtney and I are like, let's get food.
Daddy doesn't eat. Let's preface that. Matty Daddy,
he's very health conscious.
I would love to leave like a lot of his identity out of the podcast, so you will just wonder who the fork
maybe we
this
should.
man is.
You know what? Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. So Matty Daddy, disgusting that I say that name. It has a strict diet. Has a strict window of eating.
So therefore, it doesn't really have a preference on where we go to lunch.
So Ash and I had all the reins, and we decide this cafe and coffee shop. Granted, we ate some rather disturbing meals prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
and we're sweating for hours on end and we're just so overheating and hangry that we just like pick these like random meals, we eat them.
Okay, but this was you're
What?
still talking about before?
2 hands.
Yeah, but like we were told that 2 hands was a great
No,
cute
2
little
hands
cafe.
is great. No, it's all on us.
Yeah. So like you're missing the point of like, oh my god, let's go to 2 hands. Like this is gonna be so good. We walk in, we're like, let's get lunch. We go in to get a seat, and the inside's packed. Literally so packed.
It's
every
filled
single
with
seat is filled.
Every table is a bachelorette party that's screaming their booty cheeks off. And this isn't even like, this is like a low-key cafe. This isn't like a hot brunch spot where like people are having a great time. This is like, you get a coffee or you sit down, you eat an acai bowl or salad, and you leave. It ain't that deep.
But
And it's a
everything's
Friday.
packed. Yeah, it was a Friday afternoon, and the only option was either the bar or outside. But it's so loud in there. I don't know if it was the windows or the architecture, but everything was just bouncing
the clientele
everywhere.
inside.
Yeah, so we're like, all right, whatever, we'll just sit outside. Wrong idea.
Dripping in sweat.
Literally so hot. On top of that, our waitress was just not with
Unwell.
it.
I tried to cross my legs to be a lady, and my legs weren't staying crossed because I was so sweaty.
So Court and I are trying to be healthy. We're like, let's get a salad, and we get these grain bowls, right? Everything's fine. End of lunch.
Was everything fine?
Everything's great.
Was everything fine?
Yeah,
Was everything fine?
everything was fine.
Let's
Other
flash
than our
forward
waitress was, yeah. So then we flash forward. What was next? We went home after that, right?
We felt ill. Not like food poisoning ill, but just like we did something wrong in the body.
But I feel like it really hit later on. We were like, wow. I'm pretty sure grains and greens just don't digest well. So Court and I were not feeling good.
We were constipated. No, I'm kidding.
But like pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Just bloated, not feeling great.
Great. I don't remember what happened.
I don't really know what happened after that. Oh, this was SoHo House night.
Yeah.
Okay, so we come. Oh wait, no, we fully come back and we feel so flipping shitty. Courtney puts on the Kardashians and Matt and I are playing Hangman. I'm gonna give a moment of silence.
Probably
For that.
3 hours of our day.
Yeah. Honestly, I loved playing Hangman though.
Honestly, I love being in the AC.
It was so nice. It was just a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But like, for whatever reason, makes you feel guilty when you're on vacation to like hang out inside, which it shouldn't. I don't know. Like, for whatever reason, you feel like when you're on vacation, you need to be go, go, go. You need to, this is personally my perspective, but you just feel like you need to be go, go, go. You need to constantly be
That's
seeing
fact.
things. And that's exactly what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
was relax. Is this where we bring in the TikTok that you showed me?
Let's get into it.
Okay. Oh, wasn't it earlier that day or was it the day after?
No,
I think it
I
might
don't
have been that day,
remember.
which makes it worse.
no, I don't remember because I had seen that TikTok myself, and then Cam sent it to me,
Yeah.
and then I don't remember when I showed it to you, but long story short, this TikTok, she's actually a really wholesome human our age, living in New York, and she just like, I don't even know her name, but she just TikToks whatever she's feeling and just whatever. Anyway, this girl was saying that, you know what? Screw the idea of FOMO. Like, at this point in your life, I feel like people have FOMO over things that they think that they should be doing or what's expected of them for whatever time of the life that they're in. And it just doesn't need to be that way. So, for example, on vacation, you're expected, or you're in the past, or maybe you think that you just need to be go, 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 experience every little thing, go out, go to all the best bars, whatever it may be. And then you kind of like feel bad when you like don't actually do those things. But realistically, you should just do whatever the fork you want to do, you know?
Realistically, when it's 95 degrees outside and so flipping humid outside, it's really nice. Exactly. The only thing you want to do is sit inside in the AC and relax.
Yeah.
Especially
exactly.
after a 4-mile walk.
Or rather than going out and drinking like you're in college again, you go out to eat, and then you go out to eat with the intention of going out afterwards, and then you realize that you don't actually want to go out, and then you realize that you shouldn't have FOMO because you should do whatever you want to do on vacay because you're spending money to be here. You should do what you want to do, but for whatever reason, there's this idea that you should be going out and you should be experiencing that nightlife scene no matter where you are, when like you don't have to do that if you don't want to do that.
No, and as the saying goes, don't shit all over yourself.
I've never heard of that saying before.
Have you never, Matt, have you heard of that? No, don't shit all over yourself. Like, you should be doing that. You should be doing this. I should be did I mispronounce?
You said shit. Don't
well,
shit
I think
all
that's
over
the
yourself.
point. It's like, don't shit all over yourself.
But
they say don't shit all over yourself.
Oh.
All right. Well, you learned something new from me, and I'm glad it came from me. So anyways, so we come back, and we're like, you know what? We had a blah day. Everything's fine because we're going to SoHo House tonight. Okay. We are so excited. You guys heard about this earlier. We're going to a concert. Like, it's going to be so fun. Court gets invited to all these SoHo houses. I've never been. I'm like, let's freaking go. Like, this is going to be great. So we go to this was the fabulous steak night dinner, right? Mm-hmm. Or was that the night before?
No. This was like the mediocre dinner.
Okay, this was the second steakhouse we went to. Okay, so we went. Oh yeah. Okay, so we go to a steakhouse, and we end up deciding to get wine, which previously we've just been all cocktails, and we're like, you know what, we're gonna get steak. Let's get wine. So our waiter calls over the sommelier. I'm saying that right.
Sommelier.
Why does that sound silly to me right now? Sommelier. It is a silly word.
Psalms.
All right, describe our sommelier.
He looked like Dr. Egg from Sonic. Mustache up the wazoo. Glasses
like twisted,
on.
like the twist at the mustache. End. A peacock bow tie with the matching
handkerchief.
Yeah, it was like a matching peacock feather on his jacket. And he was a character and a half, and I loved him.
Yes.
I loved every moment of him.
Yep.
And we get an amazing bottle of wine.
One of the best bottles ever.
Yeah.
The name was Charlton. It was a Pinot Noir.
With cherry flavor.
That's all you gotta know.
Yeah. So, and
it hit the medium to back part of your tongue, and it left your tongue feeling rather wet as opposed to dry, but not too... And I'm gonna stop now.
Okay, yeah. It was honestly, a very, very, very good bottle of wine. We had an amazing dinner. And then towards the end of dinner, we're like, all right, this is great. Let's text our friend Camila, who's supposed to be meeting us out later. She asked when we were like about to be finishing up. So we're like, all right, we're about to be finishing up. So we head to SoHo House. She was going to meet us there. So she's like, okay, perfect. Like, I'm going to head over. Our waitress comes over and she goes, are you guys interested in dessert? And we're like, we all
decided before that, because the night before we had dessert and we were like, oh, we can't go out now because we had dessert. So we distinctly decided far in advance that we were not going to do that to ourselves this evening. Instead, our waitress comes over and is like, so what if I told you that we like already chilled the dessert for you and we're just going to bring it out on the house? And I look at this woman's and I go, what is it? And then immediately she didn't expect me to say that. And she was like, I'm not going to lie. I don't know. Like, what do you guys want? And I was like,
it was so a very awkward. And she's like, I'm going to surprise you. Or we're like, no. We literally said we didn't want dessert, but she just walks away and and then 5 minutes later, she brings out of all desserts, what would you guys be expecting? You'd be expecting something chocolatey.
A chocolate lava cake.
Right? Something
an
typical.
Apple pie.
Something that everybody loves.
Custard.
What do we get, Courtney?
The most plain cheesecake.
Wait, it wasn't plain.
It had a raspberry drizzle. That's it.
And raspberries.
It was a regular cheesecake.
But on top of the cheesecake, she brought us out each a shot of like this cream, sweet. I don't even know what to call it. If you guys have ever had rum chata, it tasted like that.
Which
is honestly really good. But
it was Bailey's on the rocks.
But like for the crowd, it wasn't us.
Yeah, it wasn't us.
I think a lot of people would have liked it, but like for your average audience, I think you would bring them out a chocolate cake.
Long story short, we all took a bite and then we just like stabbed it to make it look like we ate it.
Wait, I forgot about that. We were literally like,
oh,
no,
maybe
none
we'll
of
just
us
like
like
mess
this.
it around the plate and
So-
make it seem like we actually
Because we
devoured
felt
it.
bad, yeah. And as we are messing up this cheesecake, Court gets a text. Court, describe us the text. Who was it from and what did it say?
The text was from the musician of the evening that we were going to see at SoHo House. I got a text saying, "Yo, did I miss y'all?" In this very moment, I almost shit myself. And I was like, there's no way. I was like, I go, tell me you guys didn't already play. He goes, yeah, we just wrapped up. I go, what time did you start? And they were like, we started at 6:30. And in that very moment, I quite literally wanted to crawl into a ball and die.
It was 10 p.m.
It was 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
And
it started at 6:30.
In my defense, I had been in contact with these men throughout the week, and they invited me to a show the night previously, and the show started at 9 or 10 p.m. and they never gave me a time for this evening. And so I knew the time of the night before, and they were like, well, you can come to Thursday night or Friday night, although there were different locations. I just assumed. Lesson learned, you don't assume things. I quite literally hyped up this whole scenario in everyone's heads that we were going to SoHo House for the evening. Not only were we going to SoHo House, but we were on the guest list of the musicians of the evening.
It
and
feels
we were
so like elite and bougie, and
Yeah,
then it's like,
and-
oh no,
so
no,
low.
we missed the whole thing.
We missed the
So-
whole thing. I'm so embarrassed, and I'm also mortified because I wanted to support these men so badly. I wanted to see them so badly, and I just felt I had multiple opportunities to, and I decided to save this experience for all of us for the last night, and also hype it up in everyone else's mind that we were going to go to SoHo House, and I
Yeah.
was that way in, and
Mhm.
no.
So Camila shows up, and we're like, all right, you know what? Our names are already on the guest list. We can definitely still get in, right?
Well, I did in fact say we're unsure if they're still on the guest list or not, but what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, you would think like once you're on the guest list to get in,
You're
like,
on the guest list.
you're in for
period.
the night, right? So SoHo House is not downtown, and we're downtown for the steakhouse. So we're like, okay, let's drive over. So we remove our car from the garage that we parked in, and we drive to SoHo House. It's not a far drive. It's like, what, 8 minutes?
Yeah,
Nothing
everything's 8
crazy.
minutes.
Literally everything's 8 minutes. So we drive there, we park, we walk into SoHo House, and the girl's like, all right, you gotta check in. We're like, all right, we're here with so-and-so, whoever the musician's name is. And they're like, oh, who? And I'm like, how the heck do you not know the only performer that's playing at SoHo House, A? And B, she's like, let me just check the guest list from earlier anyways. She's like, all right, what's your name? And you go, Courtney Carlton. She goes, yeah.
Anyone else? Any other name?
Any other name? I don't see that here. We were never on the guest list to begin with.
I wish you could all see my face right now. I'm like still mortified and so disturbed because I was literally texting the musicians of the entire event, and they were also under the impression that me and all my friends were on the guest list. So imagine if we all showed up during the time of the event. Even that would be even more embarrassing. Like, go ask the band. Go ask the band.
As they're, because you know,
As
we
they're
weren't going to show
playing,
up
like that was
before.
never gonna happen.
No.
That was quite literally never gonna happen. Like, even
Horrible.
if we showed up, we would have showed up at the time of the event if we knew the time of the event, and then they would have been like, "Sorry, your name's not on the guest list." I'd been like, "Go ask Thurman and Torrance."
But like they would have already been on stage. Like,
Yeah, I
we would
know
been
it wouldn't have
screwed up.
happened. Then we would. I
Yeah.
felt like that would have been even more embarrassing. Maybe that saves the embarrassment of us like
Everything
showing up
happens
later.
for a reason.
Yeah, it's fine.
So then we're like, okay, let's go somewhere else. You have to describe the next series of events because I didn't know the person that was recommending these.
So when we met up with Camila and we showed up to SoHo House, she not only was I involving Camila, not only was I involving Ash, Camila, and Maddie Daddy in my SoHo House plans, but I was also, Camila got excited because she also has a friend in Austin named Christian who had a membership at SoHo House and was just going to meet us there. And so he did, and then he arrived because we were going to meet him there, and none of us could get in, essentially. So
which is even
quite
more embarrassing.
A member of SoHo House was trying to meet friends of SoHo House, and we couldn't get in. But anyway.
Yep. So because he lives in Austin, he had recommendations.
Yes. This is like dragging out. Long story short.
I know. We got to make it more concise.
Long story short, he gave us multiple recommendations. We go to one recommendation. We almost pay $30 for a parking spot. We're like, what the heck? We should be paying $0 for a parking spot. We go to this recommendation. It literally could not be the more opposite of the vibe than we were looking for. And they were charging cover. So we were like, absolutely not the vibe. We decide to get back into the vehicle, drive. We take a wrong turn. We end up down the wrong street. We then end up into a parking garage. The parking garage eats our money that we're trying to pay, that we're trying to like use to pay for our ticket. Then we're afraid we're going to get booted. Then we make it to the bar they finally want to go to. And then we realize, oh my God, I don't have my keys with me. And then we get into the elevator to go back to the car. And then we realize that in fact, the keys were in the back pocket the whole time. Then we finally get to the bar. It was a ratchet AF, although it is a nice bar, but it was just, we got there at that point by like
we
midnight.
were too late in the night. Everyone was already too drunk.
We were just
we
there
drove
2 hours too late.
What, like an hour, a little over an hour trying to figure everything out, and by then it was past 11:30, right?
Yeah, no, it was not great.
Yeah, it was past 11:30 and everyone's already drunk at that time. Everything's a little ratchet.
We got $50 shots to try to make things
way too
better.
expensive.
Didn't even feel a buzz. We did have some very intriguing conversations about worst dates, sexual experiences, et cetera, for about an hour and a half.
Which made up, I think,
And then we decided to drive home and play cards and go to sleep at 4 a.m. for absolutely no good reason.
Was that the 4 a.m. night?
Yeah, that was last night.
Oh my God, that was last night. Why does that feel like so long ago? Yeah, I don't know what the vibe is, but we've been staying up since like for so late. I'll tell you
what the vibe is.
Okay,
the vibe is
because I'm usually asleep by 9 p.m.
The vibe is we go out expecting to have the time of our lives and expecting to do the things that society has conditioned us to think that we need to do in order to have fun. And then it's not that we don't have fun, but we just, whatever, we do our thing, whatever. But then we get home, that's when we have the most fun. So we don't want to go to sleep. So we just stay up later and we literally just talk. I didn't even drink the past 2 nights, despite what people saw on my Instagram stories. People think I was drinking because I was dancing in a funny way. But we just have a good time and we play cards and we just talk and we don't want to go to bed because we're naturally having a great time.
Yeah, no, those have truly been my favorite parts of our entire trip. Is we come back from whatever night we had out and we play cards, or we just talk and we make a drink, or we don't, or we just drink our essential water. And for whatever reason, we've been staying up for like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., which if you're in Boston, that's 4 a.m., 5 a.m., which if you know me, that is so unlike me. But it doesn't even feel late. It's just natural. No. And it's like you don't even want to go to bed. You just don't want to stop talking. And if you guys have any good friends in your life, like, you understand what we're talking about. Like, there's nothing better than having just real life conversations up late at night. And I don't know, when everyone's into it and it's just wholesome.
It's like, let's unpack some trauma at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Like, is there anything better? No, there's not.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like we don't live together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so true.
So it's like easy to stay awake because when was the last time we even like had a sleepover?
Right. No adult sleepovers. You know the rules.
No, literally no adult sleepovers.
So that was all Friday night. I think we just took an hour to explain that.
I think we took an hour to only give you negativity, which sucks. But
Saturday was a whole different day. This was our series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, which was not even that unfortunate.
No, it ended up being so
very
great.
first world.
We had fun.
We honestly thought it we made it even more unfortunate in our heads because it was like part of the bit at that point. We're like, what?
It was. We're like, what else can go wrong? And then everything that could possibly go wrong We like played into it. We hyped it up more. We're like, oh my God, of course this happened.
Yeah.
Which is the worst type of mindset to have. And I think
know
we all
we're doing
hated
it though. And
yeah, we recognized it. We spoke about it. We
Yeah.
spoke it into existence a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take a sip of your drink?
Yes.
Because now that you're talking, you've like slowly been slouching into the couch, and we have another episode to record after this.
Here we go. Should I burp into the mic for funsies?
Yeah, ASMR.
No, I can't burp onto me, and I wish I could.
Okay. Saturday. Today.
We just spent so much time talking about all the negativity. I want to spend as much time talking about the positivity, but let's be real, that's not as fun. So let's get into it. We went paddleboarding today, and we had such a great day.
Wait, actually, today was one of my favorite days.
It was a great day. We had great coffees. You had a lavender coffee.
We went back to our favorite
I had a
place.
cinnamon coffee.
Yep.
We rented paddleboards despite Maddie Daddy's will. We went against that.
Yeah, we forced him to go. If anyone's ever in Austin, you have to go. What's the lake called?
That's the best thing. Lady Bird Lake, Barton Springs. You know the drill.
Lady Bird Lake, you go, you rent paddleboards, and there was thousands of people. We were trying to conceptualize the amount of
probably 800
people there. No, there was thousands.
Okay.
Matt?
Oh,
you're wrong. You're
did
wrong.
You?
No, you're wrong. There was thousands.
'Cause
My guess was over 4,000 people.
That is just simply not right.
No, there were so much. Okay. We're gonna post the photos on the You Can Do Both Insta, and you guys will see there are so many people, and everyone is just happy. There's dogs swimming around. Everybody has their paddle boards. They bring their coolers, and you can see the full Austin skyline. And it was 100 degrees out today.
But on the water, it didn't feel as hot because
there was
of the wind.
Beautiful breeze. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we spent, 3 hours out there?
Mm-hmm.
So we spent 3 hours out there. It was so beautiful. Yeah, there were turtles. There's turtles. I saw a cute little turtle swimming right next to me. I was like, this is magical.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to barbecue. The most famous place in Austin, right?
Yeah, and I think outside of
nationwide.
Austin, too. It's called Terry Black's. It's iconic. We got brisket. We got Holland sausage and pork ribs.
So good.
Ashley got mac and cheese for a side. I got coleslaw and pinto beans and cornbread. And it quite literally was the best cornbread I've had in a very long time. Granted, I think the last time I had cornbread, I think I was about 12 years old. I was going to say 7, but that would have been a stretch.
Okay.
I also think 12 was a stretch. I probably had it about last year, but the best cornbread I've had in a very, very, very long time. And I'm still thinking about it and dreaming about it. And then we came back here, we got ready, and then we went out to a third steak dinner, everybody. Let's talk about that for a hot second.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So we went to 3 steak dinners in a row.
That is so unlike Ashley and I.
I don't know the last time I went to a steak dinner. I don't have steak.
No,
but
neither do I.
We do it for Maddie Daddy, and we do anything for Maddie Daddy, and he only eats steak and salad, so that's what we do.
Maddie Daddy has a strict diet, and we respect it because we drag him along to every other thing that we do throughout the day, so we allow him to have that moment for himself.
Yeah.
We allow him to have that for himself, and
you can do both.
I will say, I've had the best times this entire trip, just talking over a steak dinner.
Yeah, I don't know what's up, but we have the ultimate steak or just dinner table etiquette in the sense that we have just great convo.
Yeah.
I think all of our dinners have been 3 hours.
Yeah. At the bare minimum.
We really drag it out, not because it's just slow service, just because we genuinely have good conversation.
Yeah.
And what more could you ask for?
Yeah, that definitely would have happened if we were at any other restaurant, but maybe not.
I don't think so. I think it was the vibe. I think it was the mood lighting. I think it was all the things.
Okay,
so
good. It was the waiter and waitresses that were giving us all the attention. But yeah, so we went to another steak dinner.
Our third.
Except we didn't eat steak, Ashley and I, because we had Terry Black's right before.
Yeah, we had barbecue 2 hours before our dinner, and we're like, oh, we're way too full, so we each got a shrimp cocktail and drinks, and we watched Maddie Daddy eat a steak.
That sounds so ridiculous.
I like it.
Anyway, and now we are recapping our Austin experience on the couch in the Airbnb. And let's just give a little recap. Highs, lows, fave parts of the trip. You go first.
So I have a couple highs. I would say paddleboarding was definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
That was something I really wanted to do. It wasn't too hot for like the first time for me. I think the whole trip, because of the breeze, the water felt really nice. The city skyline was beautiful, and everyone just had good energy. So I loved that. And then, honestly, our first night steak dinner. I don't know if it was just because it was like the first real dinner us three went out to, but it was so good. The vibes were great.
Yeah.
Loved that. Also, Maddie, Daddy, and I went thrift shopping, and I just had a really good time. Court had to work, so Matt and I were like, all right, well, what are we going to do? So I dragged him to the thrift stores, and I got an iconic shirt from a thrift store. It's probably my best thrift find ever. So I was really excited about that. Those are probably my 3 highs.
Okay. I feel like I have similar highs. I'd say to differentiate my highs from yours, not to be like sentimental or anything, but I feel like experiencing Austin with both of you, because I've been to Austin a few times before, as everybody knows at this point, and it's just nice like taking people around to places that you love, people that you love to places that you love that they haven't experienced before. I feel like that's always just like a special experience, and so I love that I was able to do that for both of you.
I also love that.
And yeah, there's no real lows aside from the fact that I think I'm done with Austin for a little bit. I know I've said that I was like, oh yeah, I'll move here, but now that it's getting hotter, I'm like,
guys,
oh,
the
wait.
heat is just too much.
I forgot how much I like hated the heat. Like, I don't hate the heat. I prefer the heat over like Boston cold winters. Like the fact that it's still 40 or 50 degrees in Boston right now makes me want to literally crawl into a hole.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I could like live in a climate like this. So when I leave Austin next week, I don't foresee myself here until it's like a little colder again. But yeah, I'm happy you were able to come out,
Yeah, me too. I'm happy to be here. I really also thought I was going to fall in love and want to move here, but the heat just doesn't do it for me. However, if you're a listener and you love the city as well as nature, like you can do both and you can handle the heat, I think this would be an amazing city for you.
Yeah, there's always so much going on.
There is. There's a lot of people, unless it's a Wednesday in the middle of the day, but other than that, like I was very surprised at how many people there were everywhere we went. Even our steakhouses, like, packed every night. The river, packed. Barbecue, packed. Thrift stores, not so packed, but that was a Thursday in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Downtown, not so packed when I was on a scooter by myself in the middle of a Wednesday. But like the bars when we drove through Rainy Street, there's just so many people. I feel like you'd have a lot of fun here if you could handle the heat.
Yeah.
So would recommend, but definitely visit first.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go have a great rest of our night because I leave. My Uber's picking me up at Courtney's rubbing her toes on my calf right now. So
wait, what part of your body am I touching? Your calf?
That's my calf, my lower calf, yep.
Wait, Ashley, we're supposed to record another episode.
Yeah, I know. I just wasn't going to tell them that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So anyways, my Uber is picking me up at 5:45 a.m. tomorrow. And it is what time? Maddie Daddy? It's 12:30.
Oh, it's early.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. We stay up till 4 anyways. So thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed that awesome recap. Hopefully it wasn't too negative. We just like to harp on the negative because it was literally just a series of unfortunate events, but we truly had the best time this trip.
I'm not gonna lie, I woke up this morning and Ashley was like, oh my god, I just told Joe on FaceTime all the series of unfortunate events. And I was like, was there a series of unfortunate events? She was like, yes and no, more so for the bit. And I was like, you're right. So that's what we just told you. Everything is always for the bit, guys. If you're not doing it for the bit, what are you doing with your life?
Facts. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Yeah. So we're positive, I promise, but that was just like too fun to not be negative about,
Like we had to make an episode about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celibate baby. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.